morning, everybody. Ollamh here, back with some more Let's Play Star Trek Judgment Rites. So we are supposed to be going to this little place right here. We've received a distress call.
It may be nothing, Captain, but a scan of the planet's atmosphere indicates a high concentration of rare gases trapped in the planet's magnetosphere.
Great.
Atmospheric disturbances could produce random radio waves.
It wouldn't be the first time, Mr. Spock, but we'll never be able to tell if we don't check it out. After all, to seek out new life and new civilizations is our mission, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
A split infinitive, Captain.
What?
The proper grammatical expression is to go boldly where no man has gone.
I think it loses a little in the translation.
That's funny. Okay, so
standard orbit.
Orbit. Okay. Spock, anything?
Sensors indicate only two faint life forms. It is difficult to distinguish, given the discharges in the planet's magnetosphere.
Okay.
It is, however, safe to transport to the planet's surface.
Cool. Let's, what's the name of this place again? Hang on. Let me pull up the map here. Onius. Onius 2. There we go. Okay.
Planet in a system consisting of 3 unformed planets. Because of the high level of micrometeorite activity in the system, it is unusual for a Class M planet to exist. The planet is not inhabited and is not scheduled for colonization.
Right. Okay. Cool. So,
Captain, our
all right.
sensors will not
Let's
be
get going.
useful to you while you're down there, and communications may be erratic, sir.
We'll be fine, Lieutenant. What reason is there to worry?
I'm afraid, Captain, there are plenty of precedents.
The fact that you're here because of a distress call?
I have tracked the signal to its source.
Wasn't there a distress? Wasn't that why we're here? It's a distress call?
No sign of life or technology. The atmosphere is thin but breathable, and I detect numerous micrometeorite hits.
There are 3 unformed planets in the system.
Yeah.
Conceivable.
Let's do it, Spock. You, McCoy, and I. Oh, and tell Bones to see if a genetic specialist's available. If there are only 2 life forms, we might be privileged to see life at its earliest stages.
True. Wow, really? No red shirts? They're all blues? Well, alrighty then.
Seems to me as if we've landed on a skeleton after the vultures have picked it clean.
A fascinating analogy, Doctor. Captain, the locus of the distress signal is in that building.
I think the doctor is right. Anything good here died a long time ago. It feels creepy to me.
Thank you for that opinion, Mr. Johns. I'll be certain to use creepy
Yeah.
about this.
Nice, okay, so let's scan around here.
The vast majority of the water on this world is trapped within the rocks beneath the ground.
Great!
It is unlikely that it could be harvested commercially because of the amount of energy it would take to free it.
Makes sense.
The world is quite normal, though the rocks are rather sparse in silicates. The planet is habitable, but unsuitable for colonization.
The rocks? Anything
Form
about...
of granite, Captain, primarily composed of potash.
Okay.
The vast majority of the water...
Okay, you've already given me that bullshit.
As improbable as it might seem, I'm getting...
Okay, so the life forms are in here, so is the signal that we got. Hello? There's actually, like, machinery?
To whoever built this place, all this equipment looks brand new and in good repair.
Let's hope the Enterprise looks this good when it's this old.
We should be very careful about how we proceed, Captain. I have a strange feeling that evil is lurking nearby.
Evil?
Something that wants
Really?
to imperil our souls, sir. We must avoid that at all costs.
What the hell? Did I get a Christian? Hey, did I get a serious hardcore religious nut?
This DNA sequencer appears to be nearly 50,000 years old.
Wow, I'm gonna
Yet it has
lose
not
my
broken
frickin'
down
mind.
And appears to be fully powered.
Awesome. What's this one?
Aside from some dust and dirt and a small chemical deposit on the intake nozzle, this DNA replicator appears to be in the same condition that it was 50,000
Okay,
years
so we
ago.
have an analyzer and a replicator. Wait, no, I didn't want to change. What is that green stuff?
Readings indicate that along with oxidation and dust, there is some organic residue in the crust-like buildup.
Okay. What if we clear it away with a phaser?
A unique use of a phaser.
Because anytime you have a DNA analyzer and a replicator, you're probably going to use both.
I welcome you, otherworlders.
Hello.
I beseech you, save us from that which seeks our destruction.
Not a coffee.
To appear on a world that looks like hell.
Enough of that, Mr. Johns.
Yeah.
This is just another xenobiological incident.
Correction, Doctor. This is a projection of a xenobiological entity.
Jim, the only life form readings are within that machine behind the portal.
Okay.
Single-cell organisms with an extremely high reproductive rate, but a very poor metabolism and an extremely short lifespan.
Right. Spock, what can you tell me about it?
This projection is being cycled at 1,000 frames a second.
Okay.
Which suggests the equipment was designed to function in the presence of a race that has a sharper visual acuity than the human or Vulcan races.
Okay. So very high reproduction rate.
I am Visner of the Alphan people.
Right.
Our race possessed this world and thrived here until the invasion by the forces of light. We are now in a death struggle with them, for they desire our destruction. Do you aid them?
No, we do not aid them. Wars and destruction are not things we value, Visner.
Yeah.
Our prime directive prevents us from interfering in internal struggles. But at the request of all parties, we might negotiate a compromise.
You
That
open
sounds
yourself
good,
to
yes.
confusion in speaking with Azra, but it is understandable that you want to hear his side before acting. My assessment of you suggests that most of you will fight the clouding of logic and will see through Azra's deception. Please report to me your success.
Right. So I guess we have to go and talk to the other person thing? Hello? Okay, I was gonna say, you're not doing anything. You're not letting me do anything. This is not right. Okay.
Greetings, gentle beings, and welcome.
Hi.
I am Azra of the Omegan people. You are the salvation we have long sought. Thank you for answering our summons.
An angel.
Actually, it is the projected image of an angel, Mr. Johns.
Jim, some
Yeah.
of that machine behind the portal.
Okay.
Single-cell organisms. They have a healthy metabolism and a long lifespan, but an extremely low rate of reproduction.
Right. So basically what you're saying is they're kind of
So where's the
counterpoints to one another.
Greetings, I am James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. What can we do for you?
I am Azra of the Omegan people, an ancient
Right.
and venerable race which labors to prevent the domination of this world by the forces of darkness. We require you to expunge this place of our mortal enemies.
Captain,
I'm
his worthwhile
sorry.
purpose in life is to fight against the forces of darkness. We must help him.
Enemies? This world is so barren. Our prime directive prohibits us from taking part in wars on one side or the other. It
Yeah.
would be seen as intervention.
You imperil your soul by conversing with the enemy, that sugar-tongued Visner. I cannot
Right, that's
protect
what
you,
he said
but I do not imagine
about
I can
you.
dissuade you either. Go, do what you must. I do not have that much time, but will be here if you seek to comply with my request.
There's no need to leave. We've already talked with Visner.
Yeah.
To say that I find many of your claims insupportable.
Insupportable?
Yeah.
How can you defend a race whose very existence is based upon deceit and foul lies?
Foul lies? Their position contradicts yours, but there are similarities.
Yeah.
You dwell on your differences so much, you just can't see them. Frankly, Azra Visner is quite rational and makes your impact. For a being of goodness, you're rather bloodthirsty. Foul lies?
Yeah,
Captain,
you're
there
saying
is
he's
differences.
lying.
Angels and demons.
Similarities?
Shut the hell up,
They are
Johns.
beings of shadow. They mock
Big
our
deal.
perfection.
They're
They
different
are
from
our
you.
antithesis, created after we were to destroy us and our potential for good.
You repeatedly proclaim yourself good and suggest you are morally superior to the Alphans. Why don't you ask? If you're so perfect, how come you need our help? You said they were created after you were. How do you know that? You repeatedly... You said
Yeah.
they were created...
We know
Proof,
we came
evidence,
first
come
because
on.
That is what our sacred scriptures tell us. In the light we were born and commanded to
So your
shun
Bible
the
says you
shadows
were
of
created
darkness.
first. Big deal.
This clearly
That doesn't make
tells
it
us that we came
true.
first. Surely you can see that. Or is it that you have some other interpretation of the event that birthed the Omegans?
Does your sacred scriptures explicitly say that no beings were created before you?
Dare you suggest they came first?
Let's see what we've got. 2 single-celled organisms, each incapable of survival on their own.
Yeah.
One lives in light, the other lives in darkness. Each must live a limited and unstable life without the other.
Captain, do you know what you're doing?
Allow us to unite
Yes, I
you again.
do.
Your combined strengths will make you a viable entity again.
The persuasiveness of your arguments has opened for me a door through which
Yeah.
to spy a future and a truth that I have long denied. You are correct. Perhaps being only half of a whole, I could not see the solution. Yes, I desire your
Yep.
help for my people. Help us.
Absolutely. So you just pooped out your single-celled organisms. Fantastic.
The sample dish feels warm to the touch.
As it would for good people. Johns is not going to be happy, is he? I get the feeling for a xenobiologist who studies the birth of life, he is extremely religious. Which honestly kind of seems a little silly. I mean, you have your own personal beliefs, but that doesn't make them universally true.
I am reactivating Visner, Captain.
Thank you, Spock. All right.
Was it not as I said it would be?
No,
Are
it
the
wasn't.
Omegans a fanatical race, uninterested in anything but fulfilling some self-contradictory messianic destiny for themselves? I assume...
Frankly, Visner, Azra is certainly committed to his cause. Warped theology. It is true they differ greatly from you, but your worldviews are based on common beliefs. You see things from different perspectives. Frankly, this warped theology...
Are you
Yeah.
utterly ungrounded in logic? Creatures of superstition. They invaded our world, then sought to drive us from it. How can you suggest we are anything alike?
You question my grounding in logic, but you don't apply logic to an examination of Alphan beliefs. Aren't they concerned with the same things you are? You're supposed to be the reasonable one. Your facts can't be very persuasive if you aren't. You said they usurped your place in the world, which suggests prior ownership by you.
We know
Yeah.
came first because they invaded us. An invasion suggests they came to take away that which we possessed. Clearly you can see that.
How do you know they didn't exist on this world before you encountered them?
Do you further suppose they came first and we invaded them?
I see there are only single-celled organisms here, each with a defect. Perhaps at one time, the Alpha and Omega life forms were united. A strong,
Yeah.
viable species that became alive.
Goodness
Only by
gracious, that
reuniting
might be
can you hope to survive.
logical.
And only through mutual cooperation and our help can you reunite.
Captain, this thing is evil. We can't
Shut
unite
the fuck up,
Position is
Jones.
unassailable and points out the one and only purpose for our races. Thank you, Captain Kirk, for making me see that. Yes, I desire your help for my people.
Alright, so now we've got the other one. Fabulous! Alright, pick it up. And because we have the DNA, the DNA sequencers, or analyzers and sequencers and stuff like that in the next room here, we should be able to just, like, combine the two. That is once the game lets me do something here. Alright, let's start with the blue goo.
I don't know why, but I could not get a good sampling.
bullshit.
Ensign, let Dr. McCoy try that troublesome sequence.
I can do the job, sir, if I can have some peace and quiet here.
Mr. Johns, I think I'm getting a clear
Excuse
picture
me?
here of your difficulties. Do you realize that insubordination is an offense punishable by a... It looks to me that you're deliberately trying to mislead us. Calm down, Ensign. No one is criticizing you. I just need answers.
All right, let's not antagonize him too much, shall
I
we?
appreciate the offer, Captain, but I know what's right and wrong here, so I don't need your help.
Ensign, I appreciate your situation, but this is not the time for philosophy. You have a job to do. Ensign, you are here as a genetic engineer, not as a philosopher. I expect my orders to be obeyed, and if you have a problem with them, I don't expect to be deliberately misled.
I regret
Yeah.
the attempt to mislead you. I will accept whatever
You're
punishment you
bullshitting
feel
me
is
here,
necessary.
pal.
What is it you think I'm asking you to do, Ensign?
You don't understand, Captain. Look at the Alphans and look at the Omegans. There's so much evil in the universe. You're asking me to destroy a race of good and beauty by
Dude, there
mixing
was
their
tons
genetics
of
with
text
something
that you
ugly,
didn't
something
say.
evil. I can't do it.
Ensign, I think you're confusing things. The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. While the projections may have seemed sophisticated, I am asking you to do nothing of the kind, Ensign. You believe in the struggle of good against evil, and I respect that. But the application of your philosophical perspective is misplaced here. The Alphans and Omegans are single-celled creatures. They are no more capable of good or evil than a tribble. Can't you see that?
Single
Yeah,
cells. You're right.
I know.
You've been a real idiot.
Yeah.
I suppose I should take a refresher course in Aesop.
It wouldn't hurt. Some of the wisest people in history have written for children.
Never judge an input card by its label. I guess that was the trap I fell into and kept me from doing my job.
If it's any consolation, you're not very good at deception, Ensign.
I hope you'll give me a chance to correct my mistakes. Do you think we're really meant to combine?
You've programmed the sequences.
Yes.
You can tell whether they're compatible.
Sir, the sequencer indicates that they need to be combined for their continual survival. But how did you know?
I listened to Dr. McCoy. It seemed the logical conclusion, given the evidence.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Captain.
Basically, McCoy said, "Hey, these people do it this way. These people do it that way. You know, they're exact opposites, basically."
This sample sequence is like a dream.
All right, so now,
Wow, this is almost identical. Wow, this... Captain,
okay, fine. Then let's put in the Omegans again, real quick, and this time don't fuck it up.
the alpha sample is sequenced.
Good. Now do your job and blend
The
them.
two samples have joined together as easily as if they had once been a whole and had been separated before.
Any race that had this technology 50,000 years ago could possibly have been able to perform such a dissection and kept both halves alive.
Captain, with the samples sequenced together, I'm ready to use the replicator to produce a sample with the combined genetic data.
Okay, so do it.
I am producing a new culture, Captain. Captain, the genetic sequence is still stored in the computer. If we need another sample, the replicator can generate it.
Good. Such a
No
pain in the
effect.
ass. Shut up. Pick up the goo.
I officially christen this life form, the Gammons.
Okay, I don't think that's quite your job, but alright, fine, whatever. Anyway, that is all the time we have for today. As always, thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions.
If you wanna see some crazy
Cheerio!
and also lazy, then you should meet me and my friends. Even though we got
You know, you
no
seem like
money,
you could
for sure
use
it's
a
all
drink
funny.
big
Yeah, everything's better with them. We're just our ooh, ooh. We don't worry about tomorrow. We just
It was a giant crowd of people saying, "Give us more," and in that way, the studio advocated and gave them a movie.
Yeah.